Hello and welcome to another of Mrs. C's math lessons. Hello and welcome to a new day. Wow, was that difficult enough for you, the translations? How many of you crashed right into what you were writing there? I didn't even think that it would be as complicated as this. Hopefully you managed. These are the answers and this is what it should have looked like. My son James also pointed out that some of you might not have graph paper. Could have been tricky. Can draw your own graph paper. I haven't really got graph paper, but I've managed. Hopefully you did. These are what the new positions were, okay? So this was A1A, A1B and A1C, and those were the coordinates that you should have had. And the trapezium went from B1 here to B1 here, that should be B1A, and then a B1B and B1C. So it went a long way up and over there. And these were the coordinates that you should have had for the trapezium. I'm hoping you did well, because we're now going to move on to translating, sliding these shapes on a quadrant grid with minus integers as well. Hold on to your horses, let's go. So hopefully you did okay with yesterday's work. It was tricky. So just to recap, we are today doing learning intention of translations again. I thought we'd do another lesson on it because it's quite hard to get your head around in one day, okay? So we're going to have another go. Translation means you do not rotate or flip your shape, you slide it. Translate means you are sliding this shape, okay? Right, today we're going to change it slightly. And I've got my little green triangle here on this grid with the y-axis hanging down and the x-axis going horizontally across. And we are going to move, we're going to translate this green triangle left 2 and up 2. And then from the same position, we're going to then go right 3 and down 3. So we're not going to go left 2 and up 2 and from there move on. We're going to go right, we're going to do left 2 up 2, come back here and then go right 3 and down 1. So we're doing it slightly differently today from the same starting position, okay? So first thing we're going to do, first task is to draw this grid out and do your little green triangle. Let's together do the coordinates here. So we go in through the hall and up the stairs. So the x coordinate for B is 4 and the y coordinate for B is 2. Yeah. The x coordinate, which is always the first one as you know, for A is 4 and the y coordinate is, okay, and then this final, maybe we should mark that C, why not, this, the x coordinate for point C is, and the y coordinate is, always write them that way round, through the hallway and up the stairs, okay? X first and y second. So these 3 points, or the triangle, is going to go left 2 and up 2. It's going to translate left 2 and up 2. Okay, so I'm going to pause while you redraw that in its new position. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you've moved your little green triangle and it might look a little bit of something like this now. Let's check out the coordinates that we've done, see if you've got it right. So I told you yesterday the best thing is just to concentrate on one point. So hopefully you did, and you went left 2, 1, 2, and then up to 1, 2 with that point A, and you got it there, okay? And then you just count how long the triangle is and recreate that, how wide the triangle is. Okay, so A, in through the hallway and up the stairs, 2 on the X, 7 on the Y. C, in through the hallway, 1 on the X, and up through the stairs, 4 on the Y. And then B was in through the hallway, 2, and up the stairs, 4 on the Y. Okay? Right, now for number 2, we're going to go back to the green triangle and we're going to move that right 3 and down 1. So today we're going back to the first position and moving it right 3 and down 1. So again, pause the video, redraw, and remember to put your coordinates on as well, and we'll check our answer in just a moment. Ta-da! Does it look like that? I'm hoping so. Right, so you went right 3, 1, 2, 3 with point A, and you went down 1. And point A landed at 7 on the X in through the corridor and 4 up the stairs. And therefore your point B is on the same line of the X-axis. Can you see that? So both of the coordinates for that are 7. So that's how you can tell it's on the same vertical line of the X-axis. Okay? So 7 on the X and on the Y, up the stairs, 1 on the Y. Okay, and then C is 1 across from there. So you can see the Y coordinate here, the second coordinate, is on that horizontal line. It's on number 1 of the Y-axis. So it is the same because it's a straight line. Can you see that? So that is how you can tell things are in a straight line if their coordinate is the same. So 6 on the X-axis and then up the stairs, 1 on the Y. I'm hoping that is becoming a little bit clearer now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go a little bit more complicated. We're now going to draw a quadrant grid, or get one if you have a copy of a quadrant grid in 4 parts. And we're going to put it onto that graph with the minus y-axis and the xy-axis as well as the plus. And we're going to try moving and translating a shape on that bigger area, on that 4-quadrant graph. Okay, pause a minute, draw yourself a 4-quadrant graph that goes, let's have a look. It goes 8 from top to bottom on the y-axis. So it's 4 positive, 4 negative, and it's 8 across. 4 negative and then 4 positive. If you're not sure what I mean, just pause for a minute and then watch the next bit, pause it and copy what I've done. Okay? Be back with you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. So if you weren't quite sure what I meant by 4 on the positive and 4 on the negative, this was the quadrant graph that I meant. So pause the video again and copy this now. See that you label the y and the x-axis. Right, hopefully you have all got this grid now, okay? Or this graph. Grid, graph. So if you didn't quite understand what I meant by the quadrant graph, pause the video again and copy this quadrant graph that I have here. So you've got 4 positive on the y and 4 in negative numbers on the y, and 4 in negative numbers on the x, and 4 in positive numbers on the x. So pause and copy. Okay, so hopefully you all have this now. So we've got a new green triangle. So while I'm explaining, just be marking the green triangle onto your quadrant graph. The x is at 1 on the x and 1 on the y-axis. The z point is at -1 on the x and 0 on the y-axis. And the y point is at 2 on the x and -1 on the y-axis. Okay? We are going to translate this shape 2 times on this quadrant graph. Now, I had a little bit of feedback And somebody said to me, well, you know, you're saying, Mrs. Cumberland, it doesn't always work in through the hallway and up the stairs. I quite agree. It does work every single time when you've got a graph that is just positive, when it's just your y with positive numbers and your x with positive numbers. But once you get into a quadrant graph, then if you're going in through the hallway, you might go down the stairs to get to this minus y coordinate. I agree. So it's still the same rule in so much as you always do x first, in through the hallway and up the stairs, but you might go in through the hallway and down the stairs into your cellar. You can go across and up. That's what you've got to remember. Across and up or across and down when you're on the quadrant graph, okay? So I still think that the rule is the same. In through your hallway, down the stairs into the cellar, or in through your hallway and up the stairs to your landing in your bedrooms, okay? Right, so first of all you're going to move this green triangle. Think about point X, moving left 3 and up 2. So take point X, 1, 2, 3, oh no, sorry, left 3, 1, 2, 3, and up 2. Draw it there, mark the coordinates. Then start again from the green triangle. Right 1 and down 3. So you're going to go with your X point, right 1 and then 1, 2, 3 down. That's your new X point. So you mark the coordinates and you draw the triangle again. So when you look at the answers tomorrow, you will see that there are 3 triangles drawn on this quadrant graph. One up here somewhere, one down here somewhere, all marked with the coordinates. Can you do it? Second day at translations, slide that shape, concentrate on one point and see that you mark your coordinates at each vertices of the 2D shape, okay? I know you've got it. So, if you've enjoyed it, like and subscribe and turn on post notifications, and I will be back with your answers to this little problem tomorrow. Enjoy your maths. Bye.